Hey Aquarius, Alice here with your monthly March 2022 reading. Technically this reading is timeless, but whenever you watch this, you were probably meant to see it for some reason. Take whatever messages resonate with you, leave what doesn't, don't try to force it. You can always check out your other signs in your chart, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, whatever. Or you can just check out anything that you feel called to. So, this reading for the month of March, we're just gonna whatever the universe wants to tell you, whatever the universe thinks that you need to know for March, Aquarius, is what we're going to be reading on. Nothing really in particular. I may change that. I mean, I'm still trying things out. So for March is whatever the universe wants to talk about. So what does the universe want to talk to you about, Aquarius, for March? What does the universe want you to know about March? We shall find out. I don't take reversals in this deck, just because I think the pictures are so pretty. I just like having them upright. That's literally the only reason. I don't know if other readers have that reason sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. I've never heard any reader share that, but I'm sharing it because that's how I feel. I just want to see the pretty pictures. All right, your overall energy for March. You have the Seven of Fire crossed by the Five of Water. Aquarius, something's going on here that's disappointed you. Something that has kind of made you a little sad, a little disappointed. You may feel like you've lost something. Just something that's, made you feel emotionally, down in the dumps. But it feels like you want to fight. Like you haven't lost your fighting spirit, and it can be that it's made you want to even fight even more for something, whether it's for something that you believe in or just something specific. It can be a situation, it can be a relationship, I don't know. But whatever it is, whatever has made you sad has sparked this sort of fire within you, and it's like, I am going to fight. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna fight for it. Fight for your rights to party. All right, let's see what the universe wants you to know about March. We have the Knight of Air, so something that you want to rush towards, possibly. Eight of Air, in your head about something. Yes, very in your head. Nine of Air, I feel you are very much in your head about something you cannot let go of, something that, like something that keeps you up at night. You worry and you stress about it a lot, and it's almost like you really, like, it can be that you want to talk about it. Maybe that is what is kind of holding you back. Maybe you feel like you can't talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, and that's what's stressing you out. It's like I really want to say my truth. I want to speak my truth, but you feel or you think that you're restricted in some way. I don't feel like you actually are. It's a self-imposed restriction. It can be like, I really want to talk about it, but you kind of, maybe you make excuses for yourself, being like, nah, I can't talk about that because for whatever reason, maybe the person I want to talk to, they'll get mad at me, but you don't know that they'll get mad at you, or they won't understand, or they'll laugh at me, or whatever. It's like, it's making up like stories in your head, like just making up all sorts of shit that stops you from stops you from coming forward and talking about something. And then that just leads you to being up in your head, thinking about things, being stressed out, up all night. It's not good. It's not good, Aquarius. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Judgment. This is good. I feel like you are having some sort of awakening. It can mean a spiritual awakening, but there's something that you're kind of like feeling like an aha moment. Like it comes out of nowhere. Like that's why it's like a seemingly spiritual awakening. It's like, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, it just comes to you, like almost as if from the universe, a message from the universe, a sign, a signal. Six of Fire. This can be about wanting victory, you know, wanting to overcome whatever this is up here. That this is like your signal to go for it, you know, to find some sort of success or victory. Oh, we have the Warrior. We have the Strength card. It's like you're finding the strength. You're finding your inner strength, your confidence, your almost like your self-esteem to kind of whatever was holding you back. It's like, you know what? You've gotten some sort of sign. You felt like you've gotten some sort of sign that is like, you know what? I'm feeling a bit more confident. Like, I can do this. Like, whatever truth you want to speak out. It's like whatever was holding you back that you were just up in your head making all sorts of stories about, you've figured something out. And it's like, okay, let's go. Let's go. So what happens? What happens after this? Yeah, the Ten of Fire. Some problems. Why are things overwhelming? What? Things become a little overwhelming for you. Seven of Air. What is this? What is this hiding? This being very deceitful, like almost lying. What is this? Aquarius. Five of Earth. You feel like you've lost. Like, what's going on here? What happened to all this energy? This is beautiful energy up here. I love this energy. This is like, yes, I'm gonna fight. Your energy, your overall energy is like, yes, I'm going to fight. I'm gonna fight for this. I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna speak my truth. But then, I don't know what this is. I almost get like you chicken out. I almost get from this card, I do feel from this card that you may have chickened out. You may have built yourself up. You're like, you know, yes, I'm gonna do it, right? Let's do it, let's go. And then you don't do it. You hide. You run off and you hide. You run away, you hide, and you put yourself out in the cold. You put yourself out. You're just kind of like, yeah, I'm out in the cold. I don't have anything, but it's your own doing. You did this to yourself, Aquarius. And it's just, you know, it just got too much. It got too much for you. It's like you built yourself up and you're like, okay, let's go. And then you felt like it's too much. It's too much. You got overwhelmed and then you ran away. Now, I'm going to say from my, like, without, like, I'm not reading the cards anymore. This is just from my, my own sort of, self here. Alice is talking here. I feel this. This happens to me all the time. Whenever I want to do something, I think in my head and I build it up in my head, and then I build it up too much, and when something becomes too much, when something becomes overwhelming, I shut down. I just shut down and I stop doing it. And I know it's a flaw. I'm working on it. But yes, I've seen this energy within myself. So I'm not blaming you, Aquarius. I think it's completely normal. But I mean, the universe wants you to know this for a reason. And I feel it's like it's to help you maybe look out for the signs of when this is happening and try to kind of maybe slow things down so you don't get so overwhelmed. Let's see, I'm gonna get some clarifiers here. So what do we want? What do I need to clarify? Like, I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Wanting to say something, wanting to speak your truth, but then you're just in your head making up all these stories about what if, and then it just stresses you out. I want to know more about this Judgment card. What's this? What is this Judgment card about here? Let's clarify the Judgment card. Because I think if we find out more about where all this, like, you know, let's go energy comes from, perhaps, you know, we can maybe figure something out for you, Aquarius. Because Like, we don't want this. We don't want this sadness. No sad Aquarius. No sad water bearers. Is that what Aquarius is? He's a water bearer? He bears water? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. And we have the World. Okay, so whatever sign you get, the sign that you get is, I'm not giving up. It's not over. You get a sign for whatever the situation is, whatever you want to talk about. You get a sign that tells you, okay, things aren't over. The situation isn't over. You know, there's a sign that things haven't, you know, if it's a person, then this person hasn't given up. You get a sign like, okay, they haven't given up. Things aren't over between us, between the connection. Or, you know, if it's a situation, it's like, okay, if it's like a job or something, it's like they haven't given up on me. It's not over yet. I mean, that's the sign. That's like the sign that you get. And you know, you feel good about it. This 6, yeah, 6 6 of fire, like you're feeling good about it. It almost strokes your ego a little bit, and you know, you start to feel like more confident. You know, I can do this. But what is this fucking 10 of fire about? And you get overwhelmed. Why do you start getting overwhelmed? Like, it becomes too much. Okay, what's going on there? It becomes too much. And then you just shut down. Okay, Aquarius. Man, this deck is hard to shuffle. It's too tiny. Why did I get a tiny deck? Okay. Because I thought it would be cute. Okay. It's always about feelings, dude. It's always about feelings. King of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Feelings. You get overwhelmed with your feelings. Emotions. Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like you are, I mean, it's here in the cards. There's a bit of emotional immaturity here. Like, you have a lot of feelings for the situation, but you just don't really know how to handle them. You have a very hard time handling with them, and they become overwhelming. It's like, to the point that you act out, possibly, in either childish ways, immature ways. Like, I mean, these two cards are like somebody who can't handle their feelings, somebody who hasn't really, I wouldn't say, like, yeah, it's kind of like you haven't really matured emotionally to be able to handle all the feelings that you're feeling, and it just ends up becoming very overwhelming for you, and it's like you don't really know what to do. And I think you know this. The Ace of Swords is underneath that. I think you have this realization that you don't know how to handle your feelings. And that it's what causes you to run away and hide. I mean, literally, this is running away and hiding. Yeah, Aquarius. I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, let's get some advice for you. I feel like you need some advice from Spirit. I don't want the universe to just tell me whatever. I want some actual advice, please, for Aquarius here. What advice can you give me for Aquarius? Like, you know, advice. None of this weird cryptic message bullshit. We want advice. Or at least I want advice for Aquarius here. Because it's like, it was looking good. It was looking good. Like, you were in it. You're like, yes, I can do it. And then emotions. Too many emotions. And then it just shut down. So let's see. Advice for Aquarius. And the situation here. From the kitty cats. Let's get some advice. Yeah, why can't I hold on to the deck? Dude, can you please? Can you please? That's Temperance. It's Death in reverse. Okay. So we have the Tower, we have the Hermit, we have Justice in reverse, we have Five of Wands in reverse. How do I put this? No, I'm not going to start there. So, Five of Wands in reverse. There is an inner conflict that makes you isolate yourself. I mean, I see that here. It's a conflict within yourself. You withdraw emotionally. Page of Wands in reverse. This can be somebody who maybe doesn't take things seriously. Maybe you don't take things seriously, and it's just like you get the Five of Cups again. You get this, you're in this disappointed, like it's like you're disappointed in yourself that you don't take things as seriously as you would like to, or as that you should, and you just withdraw emotionally, and it just causes all sorts of conflicts within inside yourself, and it just leaves you isolated. You just isolate yourself away. You just go into this leave me alone. But we have the Tower and Justice on either side. I feel like you are starting to realize the problem here within you. I don't know. Maybe this reading has actually opened your eyes to some things. It's possible that how you have a hard time with your emotions and how to deal with your emotions. I feel the Tower, I feel like you're going to have some sort of rude awakening about this, and it may fix some things for you. I mean, the advice here really from Spirit is you're gonna have to change the way that you look at things, the way that you look at yourself, the way you even look at how you feel about things and how you care about things or people. That it's like the way that you're looking at things needs to change, like in a radical way, because it's just, I'm not saying it's not right, but I mean the universe is kind of saying that it's not balanced. It doesn't serve you well to be in this way. It's not helping you. Yeah, because all it does is just causes conflict and you just fuck off. I mean, Five of Earth, Seven of Air, Hermit in reverse. You fuck off. But what happens is, like, it probably just repeats itself, this cycle. Like, then you feel bad and you feel disappointed, and then you get, you're like, you know what? No, I'm gonna get the courage up again, and then you get the courage up again, and then you start feeling good and confident, and then you get overwhelmed with emotions and you shut down again. I know this cycle. I've been through this cycle many times. I still go through it sometimes, but at least, I mean, it is helpful to recognize what is happening while it's happening, instead of being like, I don't know why I'm the way that I am. Yeah, so I think that you could figure this out, Aquarius. But this is what's going on in March. This is what the universe wanted you to know. I feel like you may have some inner work to do this month, some introspection, some pondering about yourself. If you want to, obviously, you don't have to, but seems to be advised here, and I can't, what harm does it do, to work on yourself, and try to be a better version of yourself. I mean, all it can do is good, right? I mean, yeah, it's hard work, and it's like, oh, it's easier to just leave it how it is. But I mean, is it? Is it easier to leave it how it is? Because if this shit keeps repeating itself, it feels like, you miss out. You miss out on things. You find yourself out in the cold, So, I'm like, do you want to always be out in the cold? You gotta stop the cycle somewhere. Anyways, Aquarius, that's your reading for March. I thank you for watching, and like, I hope that you find something in some sort of insight or something that is useful in here for you. If you can, I'd appreciate it if you could like and or subscribe. It really helps me to do more with the channel. Yeah. Good luck this month, and take care. I hope you have a good day or good night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.